the Browns have traded Josh Dobbs to the Cardinals. So we're going to break down this move. I'll give you my analysis and reaction to the trade because I did not wake up today thinking Josh Dobbs would get traded. I thought there might be a possibility the Browns moving on from Dobbs with the rise of DTR, and if someone makes him an offer they can't refuse for a backup quarterback, that could be a very real chance. But that chance came about today, and Dobbs is off to the desert. Tom Pelissero tweeting out the Browns are sending quarterback Josh Dobbs and a 2024 7th-round pick to the Cardinals for a 2024 5th-round pick. The Cardinals have made 3 trades today. They traded Isaiah Simmons, their starting tackle, and now traded for Josh Dobbs. I don't know if the new GM in Arizona watched Moneyball last night. He's like, this is super fun, and I actually get to be Billy Beane in real life. Let's just make a bunch of trades. So shout out to all the Cardinals fans out there. Their Twitter notifications are blowing up, but Dobbs has a new chance to potentially win a starting role in Arizona, which we'll talk about more in a second. But my first real reaction to the trade was, was Stefanski in on this? Because he was speaking to the media a few hours ago after the team's last training camp practice, and he said Josh Dobbs is their number 2 quarterback. So I wonder if Stefanski was a part of, not the plan to trade Dobbs, but was a part of the conversation when Arizona called Andrew Berry and gave him the offer, and Andrew Berry goes, you want to give us a 5th-round pick for our backup quarterback who, no offense to Dobbs, really cool guy, great dude, kind of got a love-hate relationship with him, but that's because of my 2016 college experience with him at Tennessee and Butch Jones just absolutely butchering that roster, but that's for another video, another day. Dobbs in his career has not been that great. I mean, no offense, but 456 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in 8 career games. So I don't think Dobbs was some unmovable piece for Cleveland. He's definitely someone that they like having around Deshaun Watson. That's a good quarterback room right there in terms of intelligence and experience and watching film together and looking for tendencies in a defense, which we'll talk more about that side of the backup quarterback role in a moment. But happy trails to Josh Dobbs. I hope he has great success in Arizona. Wish him the best in the quarterback battle with Colt McCoy and Clayton Tune, as those guys are all competing to just be the temporary starter until Kyler Murray returns. And if he does win that job, hopefully he puts out some really good tape and he can have a long NFL career as one of those stopgap guys, kind of like Jacoby Brissett. But definitely a bit of a stinger because I like Dobbs as a person, and I wish him the best in Arizona. And I'm sure he was really excited about being a part of something special in Cleveland this year. And to go from a roster like the Browns that are going to be competing in the AFC to a team that is somewhat openly tanking in Arizona after trading Simmons away for a 7th-round pick, it's probably not the best culture to be in right now. But listen, anytime a move is made here, you guys know we are going to break it down on the channel. So make sure to subscribe. We are not judgmental. It's big or small move, we break it down on the channel, which is why you have to join the Cleveland Browns Report. So looking at the trade details one more time, the Browns get a 5th-round pick. The Cardinals get a 4th, and I have always said if I got to be an NFL GM, what my tombstone would say would be never use 7th-round picks. I mean, I know you got Brock Purdy and Julian Edelman out of that round, but I am all for using 7th-round picks as throw-ins and sweeteners to get a deal done, like this trade where you get a 5th-rounder, and a 5th-round pick, that is useful. I mean, you can find quality players in round 5. You can find special teams aces in round 5. You can find good rotational pieces on the defensive line in round 5. You can find potential starters in the 5th round. You can't do that in round 7, let's be honest. But do you like the trade? I have talked for way too long without hearing your voices. What do we think, guys? Yes or no? Are we a fan of the trade? I am. I like the trade. It's a bummer that Josh Dobbs is out of the building because I thought he was a really good piece to have in that quarterback room. But you get a 5th-round pick for your backup quarterback, and I'm sort of bearing the lead here, we get DTR season on full effect. I'm in. We get more of Dorian Thompson-Robinson now, an extra 5th rounder. Let's kind of peek ahead for a moment. The Browns 2024 draft picks. No first-round pick for one more year, but you get a 2nd, you get a 3rd, no 4th rounder, but that you do have 2 5ths now, 2 6ths, and a 7th. The Browns with 7 picks can still, make some noise in next year's draft. We saw Andrew Berry pull off an all-time draft class this past April, and he did not have a 1st nor a 2nd in that draft. So I do believe Andrew Berry can, have some hits here, have some solid dingers, if you will, with a 2nd, a 3rd, and a pair of 5ths really starting the draft off. And the trade was really able to be executed because of the confidence in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. For what we've seen out of him this preseason, there is a deep level of belief in Berea that the Browns have a quarterback, like backup quarterback star in the making in Dorian Thompson-Robinson, where if they had to turn to him, they would feel confident about that. Whereas a lot of times across the league, you see backup quarterbacks come in and the team quickly goes a different direction to find a new backup. If, for whatever reason, and hopefully we don't have to cross that bridge, if DTR's number ever got called, I'd be way more confident about him going into play than I think Josh Dobbs. And Josh Dobbs had some really good preseason moments last year, but DTR has stood in the pocket, looked calm, looked like a vet, has delivered precise passes down the field in tight windows. Dorian Thompson-Robinson as this team's backup quarterback is not something that the Browns are uncomfortable with. Now, I do want to add that being a backup quarterback is more than holding a clipboard and potentially going in, right? Being a backup quarterback means you are in those quarterback rooms because outside of Sundays, when teams have their practices and they break from the practice and they go inside, all the individual positions get together, right? Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, etc. They go over film, they go over tape of their own tape and of the opposition. And you want a good quarterback room in there, right? You want some smart minds, some veteran players who have been around the league and they know what to look for, meaning they are helping the quarterback put together the best game plan. I know we love to believe that it's only on the starting quarterback, but the reality is there are a lot of people behind the scenes who help create a great game plan and help scout the other defense and notice tendencies. And a lot of that can be attributed to the backup quarterback. Why do you think guys like Chase Daniel have been around the league for so long? It's not because of what they do on the field. It's because they help the starting quarterback reach his max potential. Teams look for that in backup quarterbacks. I am a little bit concerned that DTR as a rookie has now gotten a lot added to his plate, where it's not the rookie spot where they're waiting to have him go out and take the field. It's the rookie spot where, hey, we need you to be a football nerd, like an X's and O's dude. This is not about your ability to throw the ball once the season starts. You're likely not going to take a single snap this year. At least that's the end goal. So can you help Watson look over game film, right? Can you help him put together the best plan of attack for this Sunday? And Dobbs, with a lot of years of experience, is probably better suited for that. But DTR and a 5th-round pick, that's too tempting to pass on if you're Andrew Berry and the Browns. So let's show the guy some love because he was drafted in April, round 5, as quarterback 4/3. He was the 4th quarterback on the depth chart to start the year. And the guy has worked his tail off. He has shown that he is deserving of a backup quarterback spot. And he has given this front office so much confidence in him that they are willing to move on from their backup quarterback when, keep in mind, 50% of starting quarterbacks miss a game at some point in this day and age in the NFL. So the Browns are rolling the dice going, hey, if Watson were to miss some time, we have that much trust in Dorian Thompson-Robinson to fill in for a game or two if needed, that we're willing to move on from Josh Dobbs and pick up a 5th rounder. Like, for DTR to accomplish all of that in a month is incredible. You do not see 5th-round picks walk into the facility and a month later come out to be the number 2 quarterback on the roster, and the team trades the backup quarterback away because they believe in this young guy so much. They're willing to take the risk on if his number gets called, he can step in and he can get the job done. And if his number does not get called, cha-ching. We got a 5th-round pick for a guy that was never going to touch the field. So this is the Browns quarterback room. It's Deshaun Watson and Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I wouldn't be blown away if the Browns try and add another quarterback to their practice squad. Teams can now kind of taxi a quarterback up on game day, not have him count against the active 46 players who dress, so they can have an emergency quarterback if something like the NFC Championship game happens again. So keep your eyes on the Browns for adding another quarterback as other teams start to make their roster cuts. But Josh Dobbs, an Arizona Cardinal, happy trails, dude. Best of luck. Hopefully you can win some playing time, there in the desert. You can get some good tape out before Kyler Murray returns, and you can set yourself up to have a nice NFL career. And DTR, looking forward to seeing you play this Saturday in Kansas City. Not going to lie, hopefully we never see DTR play again this year because I want Deshaun Watson healthy for all 17 games. But that 5th-round pick, that is just too sweet to pass on for a backup quarterback. So that is the news today. We are going to pick a card to wrap up the show. Smitty, do you think we missed anything? I feel like we covered all of our bases.
I think we caught all the bases on this show.
I mean,
excited for DTR.
Excited for DTR. Dobbs, I'm sure he's got mixed emotions because he gets a chance to compete to play.
Yeah.
But going from a team like the Browns that, has huge expectations this year to a team like the Cardinals that is racing to the bottom of the standings to maybe get Caleb Williams is kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is.
You want to pick a card?
Yeah, I'll pick a card. Let's go Jack of Hearts.
Jack of Hearts.
Technically 11 for DTR.
I like that.
17.
Dobbs wore 11
Dobbs
in college.
was 11. All right.
So
Send
you're
farewell
there.
for Dobbs,
Yes.
Jack of Hearts.
Okay, I'll go Jack of Clubs.
Okay.
We'll do the 11s for him. All right, one more cut. 10 of clubs. I was
come
just
on.
off. 10 of clubs.
Not Anthony Schwartz.
So that is the news. Dobbs and a 7th to Arizona for a 5th rounder, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson is the backup quarterback in Cleveland.